Hey, Garage Gym athletes, before we get to the show, I wanted to check to see if you knew that we are on YouTube. We've been on the platform for a while, but only more recently started to get serious about some video content. So while the podcast will meet most of your needs, some things simply need a visual explanation. So if you want more on concurrent training, programming, garage gyms, head over to YouTube, search Garage Gym Athlete, and subscribe to the channel. I look forward to connecting with you on another platform. All right, let's get to the show. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Garage Gym Athlete Podcast. Jeremy here with Joe Courtney. What's up, Joe?
Got some secrets today.
I know. I love when we cover the secrets, man. The hacks, how to get this stuff done, like just faster and easier and at no cost to the individual.
Yeah.
Whether in
Nobody's
time or money.
talking about it.
Yeah, this is intense. So today is the top 3 secrets to Wolverine-like recovery. If you're unfamiliar, Wolverine, you can like shoot him with a gun and he will just recover in front of your eyes. And he'll like spit the bullet out of his body and recover back. So that's the actual claim here. You can hold us to it. I'm kidding. You can't hold us to any claim because this podcast is for educational purposes only. Anyway, how do you recover? What are the supplements? What are the correct temperatures in the cold baths? We got all the secrets that we're gonna give you today. So the first one is actually pretty crazy. I don't know if you guys have heard of it or ever tried it before, but you at nighttime, typically at night, you can really do this anytime. You will get somewhere that's relatively comfortable, preferably dark location, and then you'll lay down. Yeah, you'll lay down, and then what you do after you lay down, and this is for maximal recovery, you'll close your eyes. You can put a blanket on or have a pillow under your head, and then after you close your eyes, you need to just like completely lose consciousness, and then just stay that way though. Just completely stay that way for about 8 to 9 hours, or we could say 7 to 9 hours, if you can, right? And then after that, you can get up, and you can go about your day. That is no joke. I don't know have you ever tried it? You're not trying a lot lately. With a kid, you're not trying as much as you used to.
Every 3 hours I'm up.
Yeah. So it's called sleep. If you are sleeping regularly and doing so in proper amounts and doses, you are going to recover faster. What tips do you have on sleep, Joe? I feel like we've covered this topic a lot. I'm sure you have a lot off the top of your head. You could let us know. How do you ensure you get some good sleep at night?
Dark and cool are the main things, I think, especially the cool part. I never really cared about the dark part. I used to fall asleep with like the TV on and other stuff. I never really had blackout curtains, but cool, 100%. I have to be cool. I get hot at night. And I mean, chili pad is total game changer, but that's spending a lot of money. If you can cool your room, however best you can cool your room, have your own little, and have a fan, maybe some sort of white noise. It is peak recovery. I noticed that whenever we travel and stuff, my resting heart rate is usually a little bit higher at night. Sometimes if we're traveling somewhere else, it's not even just because of the bed quality. For some reason, I just can't get cool enough in hotels and other places.
Body's working too hard to cool itself down.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really chill your room. It should be at like 68 degrees is what your room should be. If you really get cold or your spouse gets cold, just get them some nice fancy pajamas so that you can be cool and everybody can be cool. Because then it's easy, like everybody likes to say with cold weather, you can just put clothes on and you'll be better. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I do think so. I think getting cool is huge. Chili pad is great. Not a sponsor, completely unsponsored. We both have a chili pad. I have the new one, the Doc Pro, and it's pretty legit. Just to show we don't have a sponsor or any affiliation with them. You could also get the 8 Sleep. My dad has that one. That one seems, to be honest, it might be a better option with everything he told me about. It seems pretty cool. It's not the 8 Sleep pod or whatever. So anyway, check out those things. I think they're huge in cooling your temperature. And yeah, I've been using one for a long time. And while I absolutely can sleep without it and don't 100% need it, I do love having it because it helps me sleep better. It helps me stay cool. And I do think that I could easily argue you wouldn't have to cool your house down as much if you're using one of these, because you can get really freaking cold on a chili pad. The other big thing with sleep, I think that is really important, that is often not talked about, is the consistency in your schedule. And so trying to go to bed at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every day, it helps with your circadian rhythm. And I think the consistency in your sleep schedule helps you over time become more consistent in the amount of sleep that you get. So that's just something to keep in mind there.
Yeah. Real quick,
Yeah, you got
just
anything?
last rapid fire on sleep. I usually take magnesium like an hour before bed or so. Magnesium, that's just when I take it. It's just a normal supplement. Melatonin is good to have on occasion. I wouldn't get dependent on it, but I do take it probably twice, maybe 3 times a week, depending on what it is, just to make sure I want to fall asleep. And don't eat a whole bunch before you go to bed as well. Um, yeah, and limit your screen lights before.
Yeah. All right. The next secret, another one. Not sure if anyone here has tried it. Uh,
Spell
so
it out.
yeah, you can go to like your fridge or whatever. You get some healthy options of food. You combine these options together on a plate. You can then put it in your mouth. You will chew it the adequate amount of times and you swallow it. And you do this multiple times throughout the day. It's kind of absurd how many times we have to do it. And it gets ridiculous. It's called eating. So if you want to recover, you need to eat, and you need to eat enough protein. So that's the big secret. Number one, sleep. Two, eat, and make sure that you're eating enough. I think that a lot of us can not eat enough protein. Specifically, if you're shooting for recovery, you really need to pay attention to the protein. That's why I challenge athletes all the time. Just track your protein. I don't care about your macros, your calories, or anything else. Like, I might care about those at some point, but right now I only care about your protein. I want you to track your protein today. And most athletes come back and they're like, you know what? I was only eating 90 grams of protein a day. It's like, yeah, you should probably eat more than that. The only people I run into who are eating too much protein, like literally the only people, are the ones who supplement a shitload. Like, that's like, it's happened to me probably twice in coaching, like ever, where I was like, someone's like, yeah, I was eating 190 grams. They're supposed to be eating like 150. I was like, how the hell did you accidentally eat 190 grams of protein? Because that's like a job for me to make sure I get that done. And then you look at their diet log and it's like 5 protein shakes. You're like, well, okay, you don't eat any real protein. So do try and get most of your protein from a good source. But yeah, what do you have on eating enough, hitting macros, protein, anything like that, Joe?
Yeah, for the too much protein, the first thing I thought of was they whoever wrote up and came up in an article about Tom Brady's um, nutrition and like all the vegetables and whatnot he has. But part of when the write up with to say like when he said what he eats, he has like 3 to 4 of his brand's protein shakes per day. And that's how he gets his protein. But that's like a 100% plug for his supplement line. So like for people who've read like, oh, I just want to eat like Tom Brady, I'm just going to eat a bunch of vegetables and have a bunch of pea protein shakes. Well, you're putting money right into Tom Brady and that whole supplement line. So that's just I just want to address that one. I do like that, even though you being satirical with the put food in your mouth and chew it, the chewing it part I want to highlight because that's not like some people get on these juice cleanses and kicks and all liquid diets to try and like super hack and think of like, oh well, it's going to be easier to digest, so my body's not going to retain all these calories, and I'm going to, be able to have more, but lose weight and all these things. Like, just eat food. Like, come on, just eat food. You don't need to like smoothies are great. Smoothies are a fantastic way to get protein, antioxidants, your all these good things, your greens. We say we have smoothies too, at least twice a week. We try to. That's like twice a week, not twice a day. So actually eat regular food. Also, the whole process of eating food and also preparing food, but eating food prepares your stomach to process and digest the food because you're chewing and your food is being broken down. And in that process, the brain is sending signals to your stomach saying, hey, there's food coming. Get ready to process it, and not just, you know, drinking something really quick because your body's not actually prepared on the inside. And this is like um not definitely something that people don't really talk much about, but I've heard it mentioned in a lot of the good nutrition books, the actual process of preparing and going through your meal and eating it and chewing it properly so that it is broken down. So yeah, just do that.
Yeah, I've read a lot of those same books, and to be honest, after I read that, even if I do have a shake now, which to be honest is a lot less than I used to have a shake every single day, and I've kind of moved away from that. But when I do have a shake, I try to eat something small with it, depending on the shake size. That might be like crunchy, that just does what you're talking about, kind of like activates that act of chewing and the saliva, and because you can just chug liquid calories, right? Like almost bypasses the whole digestion process. I'm sure your body's getting enough out of it, but not as much as it could. So I always try to add eating a little bit with my shake, which I know kind of might negate the point, but I'm talking about like some almond flour crackers or something that we might have in our pantry that is just a little bit crunchy to go with it. It's not adding a ton of calories. It's just adding a little bit more of that chewing. So yeah, eat, get enough protein, and I think you'll be good to go. Now the
It
third
also
and
helps
final.
you.
Go ahead.
I would say it also helps you avoid having a bunch of like sugary fruit juices because you should actually eat the fruit, not drink fruit juices.
Don't drink fruit juice ever. That's it. That's it. That's the rule.
Hmm.
That's 2.1 for how to recover. Don't eat sugar. Three. I don't even know how to make this one sound ridiculous. Drink some water.
Yeah, spell it. Oh,
Yeah.
spell H, the number two, and O.
Drink more water than anything else in any given day. 50% of your body weight is what we tell most athletes to try and hit each and every single day. Track it and do it. It is my body needs water so much. Like there's no I feel like I have no resiliency on water. Just last week I did not drink enough water and I sweat a ton because I work out, I do sauna, like I do all these things. And we got really busy. I had like half as much water as I should have had. Felt like crap that day. Also didn't eat a lot. Felt like crap that day. And then I just kind of, it was like around 6 p.m. I realized, yeah, it seems like you're kind of having like a crappy day. Like, let's just assess why that might be going on. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you didn't drink any water or really eat any food today. And then I took action on those things. I drank a crap load of water and ate a bunch of food and I felt so much better. It was weird. It was weird how that works. But it was funny. Just that was just one day off, like one busy day where I got off, and I could tell that things were off, and I had to fix it. But I think drinking water is something you have to be on top of. Carrying a water bottle around each and every single day, trying to make sure that depending on the size, you're drinking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those water bottles. Again, depending on how many ounces they are and how much you need to consume, and just making sure that you hit that. Like I have a water bottle that I try. It's really like 4 times. I need to have 4 of them a day, and that'll put me about where I need to, especially in the summer. And then that's still I drink coffee and possibly some other stuff throughout the day, and you get hydration through your food. That's why we say 50% of your body weight in ounces. But yeah, hydration goes a long way and starts well before the day that you need it. So definitely hydrate.
Yeah, the one silver lining positive to being woken up by the baby every 2 to 3 hours is that every time I wake up, I get up, I drink water. And I also, in the past, I was always like, okay, I don't want to drink water too much late in the day because I'd rather not wake up in the middle of the night to have to pee 2, 3 times. Now I don't really care about that because I know I'm going to get up at some point anyway. So I'm drinking more water at the later in the day and at night because I have to get up no matter what to get to him. So I'm drinking water and peeing then. But also, like something that I've also been implementing the last couple of weeks, couple of 2 months. It's not even very hot here in Monterey. Never really gets all that hot, but I still have every day we've been having electrolytes in the morning, and I've noticed a definite difference in energy and motivation to go. Normally, I would like I could drink a half a cup of coffee to a full cup, and like my energy wouldn't really do much. If anything, if I drank too much coffee, my energy would go down for some reason, and I'd still try and drink water with it. And it's like, okay, well, that's not working. So maybe I need to have electrolytes. And I started to have electrolytes. And like after I have electrolytes, I'm feeling much more primed and ready to go work out because I just need that salt to actually my body actually absorb the water. It's not just because my coffee I drink black and water's water, so I'm still fasted until I have my electrolytes, and then I might have a bar or something just to break my fast. But yeah, the electrolytes in the morning has been a definite game changer. So it's not even just drinking water, but make sure you're getting salt and
Minerals.
electrolytes to
Yeah.
pair with that.
Yeah, I think, and if you are someone who already drinks a lot of water, Emily and I have this theory that, so we drink ultra filtered water, and we have for a very long time, like over a decade, maybe 15 years. And like now we have a whole home water filtration system. So every drop of water that goes through our house gets filtered. And then we also have a Berkey water filter. And so our water is just so filtered. Like we don't really run it through both of those process. The reason we have two is because the Berkey can filter out fluoride, and we couldn't find a whole home water filter that does fluoride. Anyway, you when you do that, or even if you're just using a Brita or like whatever to filter your water, sometimes the good stuff can be filtered out to some degree, some of the minerals and everything else. So just something to pay attention to. Like I said, it's just a theory Emily and I have, that you need to make sure you add those things back, or else they could be a little bit more detrimental to your health. Salt is a major player in that, but also just minerals in general, like boron and lithium and like all these things you don't ever think about that need to be like consumed either through water or soil or something like that. So just be thinking about those things. If you are primarily a water drinker already, just think about the quality of your water, and then also making sure that you're getting the minerals and electrolytes that you need, like Joe's saying.
Yeah. And now you can recover.
That's it. You know all the secrets. Eat, sleep, drink water, and you will be good to go. As far as supplements, you don't really need any. They're not going to help that much. We haven't seen any real research that's saying this is the ultimate for recovery. I'm not we've uncovered some that are decent, but still not even like nowhere close.
But...
like nowhere close to if you were to sleep enough, eat enough, and drink enough water. There's like nothing that even comes close to that. So why even worry about the supplements until you have all of those things 100% dialed in? And as someone I would argue who has them damn near close to 100% dialed in, don't care about recovery supplements because I feel so good otherwise, right? So that's like the train of thought there. But that's it for this one, guys. If you want to recover well, build some simple, good habits daily over decades here. But that's it for this one. Thanks for watching or listening. Thanks for listening to the Garage Gym Athlete podcast. If you want to learn more, go to garagegymathlete.com. You can learn about our training. Let us send you a copy of our book, The Garage Gym Athlete, or you can even get featured on the Garage Gym Athlete podcast. Thanks for listening.